we'll let it land in their lap.
I
Okay.
tossed it. If Bill were here, I would definitely toss that one over to Bill Johnson.
All right. All right.
But I'm not going to take
Fair
that
enough.
one.
Oh, fair enough. Okay. Peter says sorry. No, no harm. No harm, Peter.
No harm, no foul.
It's actually fun to see if we can trip him up somewhere, and it's not really a trip up. It's just not, that's not his super specialty. But fine,
not for sure.
fine question. Fine question. All right. Let's see, David. Question. It seems you need the personal holding company and the management company in place as a starter. Would that be like the minimum?
I would think so. Yeah, I would think so. I think that, what you have is a structure, and you should have that management corporation in place because it really does begin the journey. And so those two really would be appropriate. As time goes by, you then begin, based on the assets that you start accumulating, you then begin to create those. Another way, by the way, if you want to start with the asset, is start with the LLC that is focused on that particular asset class. So if it's real estate, start with the LLC that's going to buy some real estate. You can always transfer your ownership of that LLC into the personal holding company when the time comes. So it's really probably, as I kind of think about it, the holding company you really don't want the holding company to own assets directly. So you're really better off with the asset, with the entities themselves that are primarily going to be asset category specific.
Perfect. All right, great. Larry, this was perfect. A great tag on to your presentation from a couple weeks ago, which is, we said earlier tonight, all the presentations from the September event are now in the member portal. So you've got access to those. We gave you access to Larry's presentation from a little bit over a year ago, and the responses coming back. So y'all can type in, but thanks to Larry. David Sharp says, great webinar. Thank you. We do thank you, Larry. This is great information. It's nice for you to be able to leverage your time, and you give this to us, but also obviously it elevates the conversation now when people from our group anyway come to you and say, hey, I'd like to start with this. Well, now you've just saved each other like an hour and a half of time. Now you can dig in, and it's a better use of everybody's time to do it this way. So we thank you for that, and I'm sure some folks will be reaching out to get some help with what's next for me or how to do this. But you cleared up a lot of the questions that have been circulating a little bit, and I always sit back and say, I probably know most of the answers, but you know what? I'd rather, since we have experts in these areas, tax and in these structures, I'd rather let you do it because you're going to help them anyway. I don't play CPA or lawyer anywhere at all in my life. Maybe once in a while personally, and that's never a good idea. So
I'll tell you what, David, before we sign off, and I'm fading fast anyway, so sure, as you can probably tell. So before we sign off, I do want to just simply leave you with this, because it really was towards living an integrated life. And I think this one came up, right? The 5 points?
Yes.
Okay, great. So, I just, a real quick synopsis of this entire thing, whatever it has turned out to be, 3 hours between the two of them. It really is these 5 major points. It's kind of like the basic takeaway lesson is know who you are, know what you want, understand how you want to live, understand how you want to show up in life, and then structure and architecture to achieve that. I mean, that's really what I'm talking about when I talk about leading an integrated life, so that you're not, bifurcating and trifurcating, and leading multiple, lives. You're leading one life, and it's an integrated life with respect to all of your component parts. So that's kind of where I would leave the final message here.
Well, you tied it together very, very well. So thank you for that. East Coasters, I know you are ready to hit the sack. West Coasters, you guys are just getting ready to live it up tonight, I guess. I don't know what you guys do out there, but anyway, thanks. Thank you, Larry. We appreciate it. Thanks for everybody for participating tonight.
Great to talk to you all. Great to see you.
All right. Good night, everyone.